At first glance, Matthias Ilgen doesn't look dangerous. The Social Democrat from Schleswig-Holstein is one of 230 new representatives in the German Bundestag. But things can get dangerous when Matthias Ilgen takes off his glasses.
Matthias, Rüdiger, Freiherr von Ilgen.
Until last year, the Social Democrat entertained crowds as a wrestler. As a wrestler, he showed his opponents no mercy, and no holds were barred when Ilgen was in the ring. The crowd always went wild when Ilgen went to the mat. In the world of professional wrestling, he played a heel, the villain in the night's matchup.
He's my alter ego, an exaggerated version of the opposite of who I am. But it's fun to play the role and get the chance to blow off some steam and really let loose. I like to be the one who gets to break the rules.
In real life, Matthias Ilgen calls Husum home. The small city on the North Sea is Ilgen's district. Most residents know Ilgen as a friendly local politician. But most of his co-workers know about Matthias's night job as the evil Baron von Ilgen, including the mayor.
Tell me, how are you going to run the country if you spend all your time wrestling?
Good question.
But the mayor is convinced that Ilgen's unusual hobby will help him in Berlin.
I think it's great. His wrestling career has made him really interesting for the media in the last couple of weeks. He isn't your average politician. People are talking about him and he's world famous. I think it's great.
But unlike his alter ego, Ilgen, the politician, wants people to like him. That's why he takes time to get to know people in his election district, even those who don't support the Social Democrats.
I have to work to pay my taxes. Sometimes I have the feeling I'm financing the whole country.
Oh, well, we won't bother you then. See you around. Bye.
Ilgen has already shown he can take on the strongest opponents in the ring. But now he needs to put his dexterity to the test.
How does this work?
Hold the head tight, turn it, and pull the tail.
I ripped it apart. I'm not too good at it.
Matthias Ilgen is more at home in the ring, but he says it's not all that different from politics.
Helmut Schmidt once said that politicians are state actors. There's something to that. A little bit of theatrics is important when you're speaking to the public. You can learn a lot if you're wrestling in front of 500 or 1,000 people. It's a platform, just like when you have to address Parliament.
But Matthias Ilgen still has to wait for his big match in the Bundestag. As a freshman Social Democrat, he's still on the reserve bench, but many of his colleagues in the Bundestag have heard of the former wrestler.
An interesting addition to the representation of the German people in all their diversity.
We're not wrestling here. We have to work together politically. That's what's important.
Ilgen hopes to concentrate his efforts on economic questions, improving Germany's infrastructure, and encouraging the development of a fair and just society. And he'll need more than brute force to reach his goals.
Communication is the most important element here. It's different in the ring.
Matthias Ilgen has hung up his costume for now. The busy schedule of a parliamentarian leaves little time for grueling wrestling training. For now, Matthias will concentrate on his new job in Germany's Bundestag and hopes he won't hear the boos he used to enjoy in the wrestling ring.